Hi guys, my name is Christina, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to take you from no makeup to this easy, everyday makeup look with a little simple smoky eye. There's no winged eyeliner, there's nothing crazy about it, and say that you're going to be going out that night, going shopping, hot date, whatever. I'm going to show you how to take it from this to this super sultry, kind of vintagey fall look with a nice smoky eye. A lot of impact with not a lot of product, and so anyways guys, thanks for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna tie my hair back. What's left of my hair. Okay, so let's start with the day look. I'm gonna wait to do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna do my foundation first. This is just basically what I do. This is kind of like my everyday makeup tutorial. I don't have any moisturizer or anything on, so I'm gonna put that on right now. The first thing that I've been loving, I actually use this at night, but sometimes if my skin is feeling really dry, like I know we're gonna be going to kind of we're going to be going to the fall and winter and everything like that. So I like to use this. It's called the, where are you at? It's Una Face Cream. And it just has all these amazing things that I've always already used all the time. And it's in a cream. It smells really, really good. It's just like a really nice, rich cream. So I'm just going to use a dab of that because you don't need a lot. But I just want to make sure my skin is hydrated for the whole day. I love this stuff so much. I got this little sample of this like Tarte mermaid skin. I don't know. I'm gonna try it, see how it goes. It's like, feels like water. So I'm gonna start off with a lighter foundation application, and this way I can always add a little bit more later. Again, this is like a light day, wear the office kind of makeup, and then we're gonna switch into like some really, like a vintagey fall look is what I'm really looking for. I'm going to mix a little bit of, I know it's dirty, a little bit of my Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. This one's in Light 45 Neutral. And then, of course, my absolute favorite foundation, a little bit of the NARS. This is the NARS Sheer Glow in Mont Blanc 2, Light 2. So I'm just going to actually mix a little bit of those just on the back of my hand. I filmed some things the other week, hated how they came out. I tried to do a one-stop shop for blonde hair to get my platinum back. It really kind of didn't work. That's why my hair is about 5 different colors with a little bit of purple in it. I was trying not to bleach it, so I used a high lift, and it just really didn't work. I'm going to use an Eco Tools sponge, and I'm going to bounce that all over. Kind of blend and bounce. I'm using these two foundations because one's really creamy and sets really well, like the NARS one. And then the Lock-It one is just so long wearing, and it's like a high coverage foundation, but by putting the two of them together, they kind of just like, they just work really well together. Anyway, so I did film some things. I did post some pictures. I was testing out that the subscription for like a makeup, like an eyeshadow palette. Loved it. Bought it because it was from Bella Jordan. I loved it. I thought it was really nice, but like my roots were orange, the ends of my hair were like ashy white. I hated how it came out. Then I tried to do like a health chat update, didn't come out, hated it. So I just, with my health and stuff like that and not being where I want to be and just feeling like crap. And then you go on Instagram and you see all these beautiful people and how perfect their lives are. And you're like, that's not my life. And it kind of beats you down a little bit. So I don't know. I had to step away from a lot of things. Went on vacation. We went to Florida, and that was really nice. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Boing Benefit Concealer, and this is the Brightening Concealer. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my finger. Okay, I'm going to put one little extra pump of foundation just in the center of my face. I don't want to use a lot of concealer. I don't want to be really thick for the day. I just kind of want to be a little bit more natural. Which I think this is pretty good. I'm going to use a little bit of I'm going to do my eyebrows next. I'm going to use a little bit of, this is the Kat Von D Brow 24-Hour Super Brow, and this one's in blonde. Do you love my nails? So I used a gel top coat, and it won't come off because I have generic like nail polish remover, so my nails look really bad. So I'm just going to move along. We're going to use a little bit of that. It's so funny because if you ever see me during the day, like I put it on earlier, I always have a little bit on my hand, and I could wash my hand like 10 times and it still doesn't come off, so. Eyebrows are getting there. My eyebrows are never perfect or the same. I'm just gonna use a little dot of my foundation just to do this because I don't want it too light. So I'm just gonna put a little dot of that on the back of my hand. I just want to clean up just that tail. So anyways, yeah, my last tutorials didn't go too well. I don't like them. I didn't like how they came out. And I really have had little to no energy. Just like cleaning my house right now has been kind of hard. But I'm going to film my second health chat video after this to kind of update, because I've had some people asking me and posting stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use, this is La Mer powder, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of it. I'm talking like a tiny, tiny bit. Just over the eyelids, just like that. So for eyes, again, we're going to keep it super light. Again, we want to be able to like add more makeup later to make it like a nighttime. I'm going to use the Born & Run palette from Urban Decay. This palette is just gorgeous. You can tell I've been loving it. I'm going to use, this is a BH Cosmetics brush, number 6. I'm just going to go into this color right here, and this one's called the Weekender. All I'm going to do is it's what I always do. I just want to give my eye a little bit of a contour. So I'm just going to go in and just start right in the outside and just kind of pulling that up a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of color. So I'm going to go into Riff, which is this really warm color, right here. Just gonna use the same brush. We're not being super fancy today. This is just a really basic color. And I'm just gonna kind of concentrate this on the outside of the eye and then bring it in. I'm gonna take a little bit of Riff and Weekender and just kind of go underneath the eye. See, easy peasy. I'm gonna go into, they have one called Punk. I'm gonna go into Punk. I'm just going to use the same brush again, and I'm just going to go right here on the outside of the eye. Maybe I'll change my brush. I'm going to change my brush and put a little bit more of that Punk on more of a pointed brush. There we go. Just want a little bit more love. I'm going to take a little bit of Good As Gone too, and just kind of push that right on the edge, on the outside. Just kind of bring it a little bit on the lid. All right, and then I'm just gonna highlight a little bit just to make it look a little bit more put together. Just a big fluffy brush. And they have a super pretty highlighter color. I'm just gonna use a little bit of Breakaway on that. Just kind of highlight. And just clean up that edge. It's a little grungy. I don't really do like these perfect smoky eyes all the time. I kind of do a little bit more of a grungy look, but I'm going to take, this is the Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes Amazon Clay Waterproof Eyeliner, whatever. And I'm just going to line the inner top line the best that I can. I also haven't filmed a lot this summer because I don't have air conditioning where I film. So it's like super duper hot. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this liner and just kind of line a little bit on the outside. Just like that, just super, super light. To make the eyes look bright for the day, I'm gonna take, you can get these from anybody, but this is, it's like a flesh tone color. This is from MAC. And this one is called NW20 NC30 Studio Chromographic Pencil. And I'm just gonna go in and line my waterline real quick. So I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on using the Gifted Tarte mascara. All right, so let's put a little bit of stuff on the face so we look a little bit more human. I'm going to use a really big like angled brush. I got a bunch of these at TJ Maxx and they had some really nice ones. This is the Olivia Lane. I don't know, but I love it because it's just like perfect. And then I'm going to be using Bronze and Glow bronze powder and highlighter duo, and this is from Makeup Revolution. It's just really pretty. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. I actually mixed them both. Nothing crazy. Across the nose. Just to give myself a little bit more color. Okay, so just giving myself a little bit of bronzer just to kind of bronze up the skin. Okay, so on top of that, I'm gonna use a little bit of my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured Cream, and this is in this is in Rose Gold. It's a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I'm just gonna. It's like a cream, and I think it. Oh, look at that mirror. It's like a cream base, but I use it as a. I think it's a highlighter, but I use it as like a really fleshy blush. I just think it gives such like the prettiest color to the skin. So I'm gonna take a little bit of. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender just to bounce that back. Okay, and to put a pretty little, I just want to put a little bit of a highlighter, so I'm going to do a little bit on my inner corner and a little bit on my cheeks. I'm going to use, this is the Dose of Colors, you see that? Dose of Colors. This is the Dose of Colors Baked Highlighter, and this is in Peach Glow. It's just really, really pretty. I'm just going to use a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to use a little bit of that just on my cheeks, because I'm a highlighting idiot. A little bit on my nose, Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to take a little pointed brush and just put that on the inside corner. I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of, this is the Kat Von D Locket. I'm just going to spray my face with that. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use, this is the Melt lipstick, and this is in Nude. Put a little bit of that on. I'm going to take a wet spoolie like I always do, and I'm going to take my Pear soap, my well-loved Pear soap. And I'm going to rub that in, and I'm just going to kind of set my eyebrows. And this is just going to give me that perfect, like, texture. See how it feathers my eye? See? It feathers it. Okay, so that's the Natural Glam. Headband out. Just really pretty. Super natural. Nothing crazy. Didn't even do a winged eyeliner. Barely any liner. Okay. So, you went to work. You worked all day. Time to do a really quick change at your desk or in the bathroom or wherever you are, run to Sheets bathroom, wherever you are. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this lipstick. I'm going to cover all of that up, a little bit of foundation or concealer, whatever you have on hand. I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to get rid of that bright out of my waterline. I'm going to take my pencil, my eyeliner again, and I'm gonna line my bottom waterline. Nice and smoky. You can pull that down on the lash line. Make it messy. It's okay. I'm gonna take a smudger brush. This is just like a little flat smudger brush. This is my ultimate favorite one. It has no name. I got it. It's generic. And I'm gonna take a little bit of, I'm gonna take my palette. I'm gonna take a little bit of this chocolate color. I'm gonna take a little bit of Gone to Be Good and a little bit of Punk. And I'm just going to take those and smudge those in that lower lash line. Go back into that brush that we used earlier with the lighter colors. We're going to take a little bit of Double Life, which is like this. We're going to take a little bit of Double Life, which is kind of like this. Really pretty. I'll show you. Double Life, which is like right where my thumb is. And it's like this iridescent chocolate color, but it's got a little bit of like a red in it. We're going to take that and smudge it underneath your eyeliner. Got a hot date. Gotta look good. Smoke that out to your heart's content. Whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you. The top of the lid, I'm just going to deepen those corners just a little bit more. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of this one. I'm going to take a little bit of Riff and Good As Gone. And I'm just going to take a little bit of both of those and kind of just start blending those up and just kind of make this a little bit more smoky on the outside. Because you already got that base, we're just adding a little bit more. I always tilt my head up to see if it's balanced enough. Concealer just on the bottom, just to touch this up. Because we went a little dark, we want to make sure that that stays light. And put a little bit on my nose too. I'm going to take my setting powder just to set that, just so it doesn't go anywhere. Because we're going to be out all night dancing or eating sushi or shopping until we drop, whatever you want to do after this. And just set that. The inner corner, I'm going to use a little bit of Stranded. It's like a goldier color. We're just going to pop that in the inner corner. If you can't tell, I'm kind of just making this up because I think it's kind of fun. And we're going to use a little bit of Blaze and Stranded. And I just think that gold pop will just look really pretty. Put a smidge more bronzer on. Highlighter, we're gonna go back to the Dose of Colors highlighter. And then for blush, you could use your cream again, but I've already powdered, so I'm gonna use a little bit of, this is my MAC Dame. I tried to depot it and killed it. So I'm gonna use a little bit of MAC Dame. We're gonna throw on some lashes really quick. These are my super cheap lashes that I got off of Wish. Joke's on me, because they're nice. They're really nice and fluffy and wispy. Now, because we're putting lashes on, we don't need to go crazy with the mascara on the top anymore, or we don't need to really put more liner. If you want to, by all means. I don't care. Lipstick, this is the Melt Cosmetics, and this is in Immortal. And before I put that on, I need to line my lips, so... That is some pigmented lipstick. Probably as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna add a little bit more contour just because it's so dark. Just gonna add a little bit more contour. Alright guys, so that's it for the tutorial. I hope that that was something fun for you. I will list everything that I used below, and if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I love talking to people, or comment below. That makes me happy when people are actually like interacting with me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.